This is a heartfelt message on the loss of two of my closest brethren ever from those Trenchtown days. As the world knows, the man Junior Braithwaite was tragically gunned down in Jamaica in June of 1999. It was the same year that the man Joe Higgs, my Trenchtown neighbor and brethren, died in December. And now we have continuation. We have also just lost the man, original whaler, Wailing Souls, Black Uhuru, the man Garty Dennis, Rudolph Gart Dennis, one of my article brethrens. Wherever you see me and Junior, you would also see Garty among us. Such sadness fills my soul. Words will never be enough. Really, words can never be enough to share the heartfelt pain and suffering for the loss of my article brethren. So many have passed on. The man Mikey Chung, Jeffrey Chung's brother, whom I used to go to high school with in St. George's. Yes, Mikey Chung just left us. His brother Jeffrey left us in 1995. The man Bunny left us not long ago. The man Seiko left us not long ago. So many of my closest brethren, let me tell you, man, sadness fills my soul today. As I keep remembering our boyhood days coming right up, and how we wanted only one thing, that Jamaica would be a peaceful place, that Jamaica would be a prosperous place, that the world for black people would be safe and a prosperous place. But look at what is happening all over America, and the killings which continues in Jamaica, and the sufferation and killings of our people that continues all over these United States of America and other places. Ethiopia tribal killings all over the world. They call this Black History Month. Yes, Black History Month, named by Babylon. Every month is a black month. Every month is a black month. We have ancestral lineage running back to the beginning of this earth, to the beginnings of creation. Yes, and even so, how the black Jews are not regarded as human beings, even in Germany and other places. where the system of Babylon has used skin color to mess up everything, twist up everything. Yes, man, they have. And some of us, as black people, has fallen victims to the scams and the schemes of Babylon. There is a sadness and there's more tribulation. Oh, my brethren have passed on. And as I lament with the other folks from Trenchtown days who are here, with I, in the grief and the sadness, which never seems to go away, we will never forget them. RAS CARDO speaks the voice, the pain and sufferings of the Trenchtown people. Yes, and implore all the massives to watch their legacy. Watch and pray of their legacy and to protect what they have worked for and what their fathers and mothers have slaved for and suffered over the years. Today in 2022, Black History Month, we see wherein most black Americans have not even known half of their black history. So many of them have been deceived. So many of them have lost. So many of them have not learned anything from the messages delivered by the reggae prophets and messengers of Rastafari in the music. I play this song, and may all those who have passed on never be forgotten. I pray for all the grief and sufferings that we are still enduring, of my brethrens, my closest article brethrens, who have passed away. I will never, ever, ever, ever forget them.
Sisters and brethren, reggae music, Rastafari. Yes, Trenchtown, I lament for thee. To all the troubled areas of the world, reggae music sends forth the message of the promise. It is a shame, a terrible shame, that there are many today from the place who refuse to identify with your name. For they are filled with grief and shame, probably seeking worldly fame. Trenchtown, I lament for thee. I used to live there. I have no fear. The hatred, the killings, the frequent visits of the neighborhood by the earth. Trenchtown, Jamaica. To all my brethren and sisters from Trenchtown and all the troubled areas of the world. Atlanta, Georgia. East Lake Meadows. In New York. The Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. Chicago. The Robert Taylor Homes, Cabrini Green. South Central, Los Angeles. In Toronto, Eglinton West and Eglinton East. In London, Brixton. Yes, RAS CARDO brings to you the message of the prophecy. A wave of frustration is sweeping our nation. Everybody's fed up, tired, stressed out, and depressed. burned out, hopeless, helpless, cannot get away. For every day these problems and symptoms seems to get worse, not better. For upon this earth is a very, very dreadful curse. Yes, Trenchtown, Jamaica, I send forth the message of the prophecy to all the world to see. That reggae music arose from the streets of Trenchtown, Jamaica. From 3rd Street in Trenchtown, Jamaica. Yes, the man called Garty Dennis, Black Uhuru. Yes, the man called Junior Franklin Braithwaite Hurst Bialo. Yes, the man called Ricardo Scott RAS CARDO. Yes, all my brethren of Black Uhuru. Yes, the man called Pipe and Bread and Money Wailing Souls from 2nd and 3rd Street. Yes, the man called Peter. The man called Bunny. All the brethren and sisters of the area, from this time until that time and even forever. For reggae music, Rasta music, brings to you the message of the prophecy. Yes, to all the people of Trenchtown. Sisters and brethren, reggae music, Rastafari. Yes, Trenchtown, I lament for thee. To all the troubled areas of the world.
As I mourn and grieve the loss of my most article brethren who has left us. The pain, the suffering, the grieving. How can I forget? How can I forget? And yet, so many works they have given and left to the people. It is my hope that blacks all over the world, and especially the blacks in America, come to know and come to learn and come to see that reggae music has been teaching them the history of our people for the past 6 decades. This is the 60th year since I and I created, and we created reggae in our Trenchtown backyard. Yes, 6 decades. This is the 60th year. Let us not forget them. Let us never, ever, ever. Reggae is the only music today that is constantly reminding our people of the injustices and the sufferings we have continued to bear over all these years. Slavery has never ended. Racism keeps rising and surfacing all over the place. Let us never forget the systems in Babylon.
Reggae music sends forth the message of the prophecy. It is a shame, a terrible shame, that there are many today from the place who refuse to identify with your name. For they are filled with grief and shame, probably seeking worldly fame. Trenchtown, I lament for thee. I used to live there. I have no fear. The hatred, the killings, the frequent visits of the neighborhood by the earth. Trenchtown, Jamaica. To all my brethren and sisters from Trenchtown and all the troubles areas, all the troubled areas of the world. Atlanta, Georgia, East Lake Meadows, in New York, the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. Chicago, the Robert Taylor Homes, Cabrini Green. South Central, Los Angeles. In Toronto, Eglinton West and Eglinton East. In London, Brixton. Yes, RAS CARDO brings to you the message of the prophecy. A wave of frustration is sweeping our nation. Everybody's fed up, tired, stressed out, and depressed. Burned out, hopeless, helpless, cannot get no way. For every day these problems and symptoms seems to get worse, not better. For upon this earth is a very, very dreadful curse. Yes, Trenchtown, Jamaica, I send forth the message of the prophecy to all the world to see. That reggae music arose from the streets of Trenchtown, Jamaica. From 3rd Street in Trenchtown, Jamaica. Yes, the man called Garty Dennis, Black Uhuru. Yes, the man called Junior Franklin Braithwaite, it hurts to be alone. Yes, the man called Ricardo Scott Wascardo. Yes, all my brethren of Black Uhuru. Yes, the man called Pipe and Bread and Money Wailing Souls from 2nd and 3rd Street. Yes, the man called Peter. The man called Bunny. All the brethren and sisters of the area, from this time until that time and even forever. For reggae music, Rasta music, brings to you the message of the prophecy. Yes, to all the people of Trenchtown.
So, with this special dedication, memorial, and remembrance of all my Trenchtown brethren, ancestors, and family, the reggae family that so many has passed on. I and RAS CARDO and the remaining crew from those Trenchtown days do hereby memorialize and enshrine all our article Trenchtown legendary people. It is my hope and prayer that Jamaica comes to its senses and that the youths who are now rising will know that killing each other is not the way to go. That they will know that being scammed and schemed by Babylon system in all these drug epidemics causing them mental insanity is not the way to go. Black History Month 2022, RAS CARDO speak to the youths all over the world. Wise up and learn the schemes in Babylon, that you not fall victims, that you not fall prey to the evils and wickedness around you. Rastafari sends the message of the prophecy. Much respect to you all. We will never forget our beloved people. We will all meet again in Jah Kingdom. Rastafari know.